Daria here and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today I'm going to be showing you guys my makeup collection. So I've been collecting makeup now for the last 4 or 5 years. I started off with no clue about makeup whatsoever, and over time I have built my collection up to what it is today and what you'll see in a minute. When I first started out, I had absolutely no idea about makeup. I didn't know the first thing about concealer, foundation, highlighter, like what was that? I've really come a long way since then, watched YouTube videos and taught myself how to do my makeup, looked up all the products I really wanted to purchase and try and what I thought would be great quality. That's pretty much where I've brought my collection to today. So I'll just show you guys all my collection, and I'll leave in the description box all my big staple items that I do have, and we'll get straight into it. Starting the video off, I thought I would show you guys first my drawers on the left hand side. So when you first open it up, I have all my pigments. So my pigments are my prized possessions. I have collected a lot over my time, so I'll just zoom it in a little bit closer so you can see. So first up in this corner here, I have my Makeup Workshop pigments and also some of my MAC pigments. So I have a lot of the Makeup Workshop. I think there's a little bit of glitter in there, but I need to clean that. So I've got my Makeup Workshop, I have my MAC pigments, my Suva Beauty liners, and also some mixed Barry M pigments, Chi Chi, Australis, and all of that good stuff. As I open it more, I have some of my Inglot gel liners over here and my Inglot pigments, which I absolutely love. So there's a few of them there. Over this side we have my Peaches and Cream pigments, again a staple of mine. I absolutely love these, and two of my Napoleon Purtis pigments, and again just some random pigments at the back here. So over in this corner I have my P. Louise bases, and I've been having a lot of fun playing with these at the moment. They're still a pretty new item for me, so I'm just trying to work my way around and see what I can do with these pigments. But they're really cool and I can't wait to play some more. So this Inglot pigment here would have to be one of my favourites from Inglot, and it's in the shade 114. Another favourite of mine is the Napoleon Purtis Starlight pigment, and that is this one here. Another staple of mine is the Vanilla pigment from MAC, and I always use that as an inner corner highlight. And the Gold Glitter from MAC as well. But all of these I equally love, but they're just some of my favourites that I've used over and over again since I first started my collection. Just to mention as well, this organiser is from Etoile collection, I'm pretty sure, so that's that one there. Moving on to the next drawer, I have my highlighters over here, blushes and bronzers. So they kind of just go from the smallest to the biggest products. So I have a few Inglot over here, Urban Decay, Becca, Mecca, and Glow Cosmetics, and I just have a Jouer and a Laura Geller one up the front here in my highlighters. In terms of blushes, I have a few Tarte, MAC, I think that's Benefit, some Milani blushes. These are new. I actually hadn't tried these. It's something that I always wanted to try though, and they're really good quality for the price you're paying. I also have some NARS, Anastasia Beverly Hills, which is actually a newer one of mine. So that's what that looks like in here, and it just has a good range of blushes and it's a really pretty palette. Moving on to bronzer, I have the Hoola bronzer here. I actually got the small one of this and I am still nowhere near hitting pan. I've had this for a couple of years now, so that is crazy. So that is the Hoola bronzer. I again have a bronzer from Mineral Glow, a Tarte bronzer, my Hourglass bronzer. This is my Hourglass bronzer and I absolutely love this. It's a staple of mine that I use all the time. And that is in Luminous Bronze Light. That's a bit dirty, sorry about that one. Also another staple of mine is the Too Faced bronzer, and it just looks like this, and I actually have hit pan on that, so that is big for me to hit pan. So that is this one right here, and that is the Baked Luminous Glow bronzer. Again, I'm going to sound like a broken record, but these are my two MAC bronzers. I have Darkest Deep at the back here, and I also have Give Me Sun, and they're another two staples of mine that I'll always reach for. We also have the Candle Glow powder by Laura Mercier, and we also have the NARS Laguna bronzer as well. So that is all my highlighters, blushes and bronzers. The next drawer is my foundations. So for foundations, I have a lot of MAC foundations. It used to be one of my favorites, but these days I would say it's not something I gravitate to as much. I definitely am obsessed with the NARS Radiant Longwear foundation and also the Clinique Beyond Perfecting foundation at the moment, and the Inglot HD Perfect Cover Up foundation. So obviously that is really dark for me, but I've been mixing it with my NARS Punjab Radiant Longwear foundation and I've really been liking the shade that that's been for me and just the consistency of it. I also keep my NARS liquid bronzer in here and my blush as well. I also have some Huda Beauty, where's the front of that? Also have some Huda Beauty in here, a Revlon foundation, got all my MACs in the middle here, Too Faced, another really good one, Arbonne foundation as well. It's a bit light for me at the moment, but it will probably be good going into winter. Kat Von D, it's a bit thick for me, but I use it every now and again. We have the L'Oreal True Match and the Rimmel Wake Me Up foundation as well. The next drawer is my palette. So I just have this cute little fan here, which I use to just like dry my face after I've done my setting mist and that kind of thing. And then I just have my palette. So over here I have my Anastasia Beverly Hills palettes, my Too Faced palettes, and my Lorac Pro, which was actually my first ever eyeshadow palette I got. So this is the Lorac Pro and it just looks like this. I've still barely made a dent in this, but this was actually my first ever eyeshadow palette. And yeah, so that's pretty special to me. I also have some Urban Decay, Jouer, the Mitchell palette, the Be Perfect Clientele palette, the James Charles palette, the Balm highlighter bronzer blush duo. This is really nice. It just looks like this, and the highlighter in this palette is absolutely insane and it's a staple of mine. I actually haven't used this in a while, but it is a great little combo if you do want any new blush, bronzer or highlighter. Definitely grab this highlighter, I would recommend that. I also recently purchased the Doll Beauty highlighter palette. I'd seen a lot of people raving about this one. So it just looks like this and the colours are so pretty. I was a bit upset because I did get a bit of a dent in it accidentally, but they're really buttery highlighters and rate these. I actually saw Rebecca Capel off YouTube using these, so I got my hands on it as well and I have no regrets about that. I also have the Hourglass palette, which is another good staple, and a few other palettes like the Australis Contour palette and some more Morphe palettes and stuff like that up the back. So some of the other palettes I had were the Tardy Beauty palette, the Jaclyn Hill Volume 2 palette, the Carnival palette, upside down, but the Jaclyn Hill original palette. I have a few Inglot just there chilling and some other just loose shadows as well. So my last drawer isn't really makeup related, but I just keep my hideaway body moisturizer, some hair clips, my hairbrush and that kind of thing in the bottom compartment. I'm sorry about these because they're actually looking a little dusty at the moment and they just sit over here on the table next to my makeup desk, but these are my lipsticks. I haven't used them in a while, which is why they're so dusty. Most of my lipsticks are either Revlon, MAC or Becca. I really like, oh, that's got a needle stuck to it, random. So Becca is one of the lipsticks that I really like. I really like their formula. So I have Becca, I also have MAC. A staple of mine is Velvet Teddy and Yash, so I have those. Also just a few Revlon ones, but they are my lipsticks and they just sit to the side of my makeup desk. As you can see here, I just have a few perfumes. So these are my staple perfumes. I have Flower Bomb, I don't actually know that one, Black Opium, C, and also an Ariana Grande one. Next up I just have these holders from Etoile collection and I just hold my lip glosses here. So I have my Peaches and Cream lip glosses, a few random things here. I think there's some primers in there and also some lip gloss samples. And then at the back I just have a few other random lip glosses. The next section of this over here, I keep my liquid lipstick. So that is all my liquid lipsticks. So I have the Balm, I have some Chi Chi, I have Kat Von D. What brand is this? I really like this. So I'm actually wearing this today. Oh, this is Australis. That's really nice. Too Faced. Some... Oh, they are so old. But these are the Colourpop liquid lipsticks that used to be super popular. I've got some Marc Jacobs. I love the Marc Jacob lip glosses. I also have the classic NYX buttercreams and some of the Jeffree Star liquid lipsticks as well. Also, apologies, I have only just realised that someone is cutting their grass next door or something and it's making a noise, so if you can hear that, I do apologise. Next up, I'm just going to show you guys my palette holder here. So first up, I have the Tartelette in Bloom palette. This is really lovely. Again, one of the first palettes I ever got. So that is that one there. I obviously really liked this shade here. Next up, we have the Glow Kit by Anastasia. Also a really lovely highlighter palette. The next two are two palettes I got from Juvia's Place. These are really nice. The eyeshadow pans are extremely large. So with this one here, look how big those pans are. So you're really getting your product for your money. These are relatively well priced and they've got really nice payoff and shade. So these are the Juvia's Place palettes. I have two of those, this one and that one. When I'm doing people's makeup, this is an absolute staple. This is the Anastasia Pro Brow Palette. And it literally has every shade you could possibly need to do someone's brows, so it's super convenient. I also prefer doing powder just because it's a more natural look, so this is a great one to have. I've had this maybe for like a year or two now, and it is such a staple. You get so much product, and it's a relatively well priced palette. Last but not least in that section, I have the Ofra Professional Makeup Palette, and it's got these products here. We've got bronzer, blush and highlighter. This is a really big palette. It's quite affordable for the products that you are receiving. I definitely haven't got enough use out of this, but I really do like the palette. I'm just really lazy and haven't gotten around to using it. I definitely need to rotate my makeup a bit more often, but that is this one here. Okay, so I just thought I'd do a quick little intermission. If you didn't notice, we just did the whole left side here of my makeup collection and now we'll move on to the right. I also just want to quickly show you some of the features of my makeup mirror because it is a really cool mirror. It is expensive as I did mention, but I really do think it's worth it and I'll have this for my whole life. That's the plan anyway. So it has a button here which turns it on and off. As you can see from the dark and light change there, it is quite a big difference. So another cool feature as well is I can press on or off and it'll make it dimmer or lighter, which is really cool. I'll also just show you another cool feature is my dirty makeup brushes, but it has these ports on the side, so I absolutely love these. I use them when I'm doing my hair to blow dry it, also charging my phone when I'm doing my makeup before I go out and that kind of thing. So that is really handy and it's a great feature to have on this mirror. To the right here I have my makeup brushes. So these are the makeup brushes that I'm using at the moment. So that's like my dirty holder brush compartment. I also just have all my smaller brushes here. They're all clean, and my clean bigger brushes here. So I just have the two at the back as my bigger brushes and my small clean brushes here, then my everyday brushes that I'm using here. So they just sit like so. I also just have this, which is pretty cheap. I think I got it from Kmart for like $5 or $10, and when I'm applying my lashes or doing mascara, I use this mirror just to get all up close and personal. I also just keep a Jaclyn Hill palette here. I just think it looks really nice. And it's in like a serviette holder, but I got this from Vinnie's or something like that. And it was like $2, and I really think that looks pretty, just sitting in there like so. And the last thing here I have is just a little elephant, which one of my friends got me when they were traveling. So that sits here. And then I just have all my jewelry in these drawers right here. So in this drawer I keep my powders, my mascaras, some brow powders and highlighters and primers. I have Pound Cookie and Banana Bread in the Huda Beauty powders. I also have a Maybelline Fit Me powder and the iconic Laura Mercier Air translucent powder. Another staple of mine is my Australis Fresh and Flawless powders, so I literally have these in like every shade. Over here I have my mascaras. So my favourite mascara is the Arbonne Speaks Volume mascara, so I have that on top. I also just keep my lash scissors and my, what are they called, tweezers there. Also my brow powder, which I use the most, is the Foolproof Brow Powder in the shade 3, so that is my everyday brow powder. Other products that I have over here are my primers, so this is the primer I love and I'm nearly out of. Also my NARS illuminator in the shade, I think this is Orgasm. Yep, it's the Orgasm illuminator, one of my favourites. And just a few other bits and pieces in there, iconic illuminator. And then at the back I just keep some of my current lashes, my other Laura Mercier powder, RCMA and that kind of thing. So that's the first drawer. Secondly, I have my lip liners, my glues for my lashes, also some eyeliner pencils and that kind of thing. Then I keep some brow pomades, more glue, glitter, fixer, inglot gel liner, some cotton tips just for any eye looks I'm doing if I make a mess, my inglot Duraline, a really nice product to have as well. And then on the far side I just keep my brow products as well, so I have some brow pencils like the Benefit brow pencils, and I think this is some Rimmel here, Stila. Also love the Anastasia brow gel, it's literally lost its label because I use it that much. Then here I just have some of my concealers, so I have the Tarte Shape Tapes, which I use a lot, also the Maybelline Fit Me, they're probably my two staples. Then I have all of the P. Louise bases in there as well, which I use for my eye looks and things like that. Over to this side, it's just a really miscellaneous box. I have my, I don't know how to say that, but the Embroilies face cream, an Arbonne Set Finish spray, and also some other illuminator primers type things. So these last couple of drawers are a little bit more empty. This over here has my clean beauty blenders and my dirty beauty blenders, as you can see. I also have my finishing sprays here and also a Huda Beauty illuminator. So I have my Morphe setting sprays here, a Huda Beauty illuminator, my MAC Fix Plus. Also I love this one, the iconic London Prep Set Glow. I also recently got this, which I haven't tried yet, which is the Huda Beauty Resting Boss Face setting spray, and also another staple of mine is the Skindinavia setting spray. This drawer is definitely bare, so these are just some of my lashes. I actually needed to do a restock of my lashes, so I have some of the Morphe ones here, also some Holy Grail Cosmetics, Holy Grail Cosmetics again, and then I have all my Model Rock lashes, which are just a staple. I've got them in these bags at the moment, but you can actually get really good deals on them, and there's a lot of style variations. These ones are a little bit more expensive, and same for these ones as well. My last drawer has all my spare makeup brushes down here, so I just have a box of them down the back. I also just keep some like face pads, some baby wipes for cleaning down my bench after I've done my makeup because I seem to make a mess. I also just keep some wedges, some hand sanitizer, some more pads. Also I keep my palette here just to scoop things out if I need to, and another sanitizer over here. Can never have enough sanitizer, so I just keep that all in the bottom drawer. So a few things I thought I would mention is that my desk is actually from IKEA. So I can't remember the name of this, but I do have the Alex 6 drawer units, which I store most of my makeup in. I also have some that just sits on my desk in different holders. The mirror, which you can see behind me, is from Vanity Collections, and it is my prized possession. I absolutely love this mirror, but it is a little bit pricey, but I will leave that all in the description box for you to look into further. But I absolutely love that. Also, some of my items are literally from Kmart or the Reject Shop, just like my brush holders, which you can see over here, and also my palettes holder there is also just from Kmart, I think, so it was pretty cheap. Some of my other items are from Etoile and Vanity collections again, and that's just like all my organisers in my drawers are from there. Some I've also just got from Kmart as well, it just depends. Okay dolls, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and enjoyed seeing my makeup collection, and I'll see you next time. Bye!
So tell me who's gonna love you like I do? Who's gonna touch you like I do?